For years, I've been talking about the industrial chemical carcinogens, DDT, PCBs, dioxins, crawling up the food chain. How the breast milk of vegetarians may only have 1 to 2% of these toxins. How supermarket surveys show that eating fish is the worst and eating vegan is the best. How U.S. fast food is a toxic soup, a Big Mac, cheese pizza, Kentucky Fried Chicken, Häagen-Dazs, showed how the levels were just through the ceiling because these industrial carcinogens build up in animal fat. Even worse at McDonald's and Pizza Hut, but nothing like the levels of toxic waste we expose our children to by feeding them chickens. But I covered these studies in my annual updates like 10 years ago. Thankfully, the levels of these toxins are in decline. Agent Orange was banned in 1970, DDT banned in 72, lead gas 73, PCB 79, and we're seeing the daily intake go down around the world, seeing the levels in our bodies go down, particularly for those born later, so they weren't floating in the womb in it or getting as much in breast milk. But just as these other industrial toxins were in decline, Swedish researchers noticed an exponential increase in breast milk levels of PBDE, PCB-like chemicals used as flame retardants in computers, mattresses, drapes, carpeting, teddy bears, everywhere. So researchers started looking here in the United States. Note that by 1996, Sweden was up to 4. By the same year in the U.S., we were over 40, and now we're over 400. Nursing women in the United States have in their breast milk by far the highest levels of flame-retardant chemicals compared to women anywhere in the world, by literally orders of magnitude. Who cares, though? Maybe our babies will become fire-resistant. No. These chemicals are likely carcinogens, endocrine disruptors, and developmental neurotoxins. So why are Americans getting so much of it? We didn't know until this year. Fire retardants in U.S. food. But where? Dairy, beef, bacon, fish, and once again, chicken is so contaminated it messes up my graph. I squish the rest down, and chicken fat. What about those that don't eat any animal products, though? Well, similar to previous findings of low dioxin levels in vegans, vegans have lower PBDE levels as well, and the longer you're vegan, the lower your levels fall. As you can see over here, the longer we choose not to consume animal products, the lower our levels fall. It may take 20 years, but our bodies can eventually cleanse themselves. Now, breast is still best, even when feeding our babies these toxins, but vegan breast milk is better.